Hey guys, yeah, it's about 9:36. 10 minutes ago, I was dropped off on Miss-Seven Eucalyptus, and I tell you, these past 2 weeks with this whole StaART situation, StaART bus situation, Transdev, if you will, who are the people behind StaART and Max, and the ones responsible for the merger of the two into one. You know, you talk about putting a cherry on top of all these crazy situations. You talk about putting a cherry, if you will. Like I said, you talk about putting a cherry on the situation. I'll tell you, tonight probably did it. Tonight, probably more so than anything, did it. Now you might ask, well, how did it do it? I'll put it this way. The driver I had tonight, I will give credit, was more, I guess you could say, resourceful, you know, in a situation than the other driver I had on Wednesday night. And that's a fact. That's an absolute fact. He was more resourceful in a situation than the driver I had, you know, the other night on Wednesday. More resourceful. And why do I say that? Well, because tonight, as I check my clearing here, tonight, for most of the route, she knew what she was doing. Except when we got to Rogers Road, which leads to the Keystone Boulevard turn, which goes into an area where it's filled up to the brim almost with warehouses, you know, industrial warehouses, fulfillment warehouses, you know, company warehouses like CVS and Kohl's. You know, they were all, you know, that is the one road that everybody takes, if you will. That's the one road everybody takes to, when they're driving the bus, to get to the next destination on the route, to just keep the route on course, or keep them on course with the route. Well, tonight, this lady, like I said, most of the time had the route down pat, but then when she got to Rogers and Keystone, instead of turning down Keystone where the warehouses are, what did she do instead? What did she do instead? I'll tell you what she did. She went straight down. It's like, basically, I don't know if you can see this very well. It's like going down that street right there. That's your main turn, right? Oh, sorry. Like I said, basically it's like going down towards where that house is, way down there, and then turning. Pretend going down that street, or that part of the Pine Court is, you know, Keystone, where you turn. Well, what she did is she ended up going straight, and she got herself lost. Now, like I said, the difference between her and the other lady I had the other night is she at least was more resourceful to get her out of the situation, or get herself out of the situation. I don't know if she called the office or she used the GPS on her phone, but she got herself out of the situation. But still, you know, finding that alternate route to get back on track, you know, after basically she had 90%, I would say 85% of the route down pat, for her to miss that is the cherry on top. And yeah, she admitted she missed the turn, but according to one of my former coworkers, It sounded like she's been on the phone talking to somebody, and it was in the office. So I don't know if she had to hang up the phone to talk to the office so they wouldn't be suspicious. But obviously her talking on the phone with somebody threw off, her course of direction. And this is just, again, the cherry on top of what has been a crazy 2-week deal with this Transdev deal. And hopefully they get their act together now. I mean, I called them, like I said, on, I think it was Thursday. On Thursday, if you will. My short day, which was initially supposed to be 9:30 to 1:30. I called them. And they were not happy. And when the guy called back and I explained the same stuff to him, he was not happy. So hopefully they get this all straightened out. Oh, going into the next few weeks. Because this is stupid. This is dumb. And it's just, again, a cherry on top of what has been a convoluted, I wouldn't say convoluted, but a very confusing, controversial, and basically not stepped up situation when it comes to the bus stop. And hopefully by next week they get their act together, because you know what? I and anybody else that rides the bus ain't dealing with this. I mean, the guy that told me that it sounded like the girl was on her phone, my former coworker at Walmart, he got left behind. He got passed up twice last night. And he's usually at a corner where there is a bus stop, bus stop sign. Or basically he's at another corner flashing a light saying, hey, stop here and come get me. But none of that happened. And he got passed up and he had to call somebody. I think he called the manager and they had to take care of it or something like that. Still, this is dumb. And hopefully it gets addressed soon. Hopefully. I mean, I called the county and they said they're going to pass it on to Transdev. Hopefully it's taken care of. They look at the footage from the security cameras on the bus and they realize, yeah, these are not the people we need at these times for these routes. Hopefully they fix it, and they fix it the right way.